For years now, we've run around talking about we're outside trapping, on the trap, in the trap, in a trap house. But you see, as of recent years, I've had the realization of how much of a trap it really is that we're in. And it sounds so cliche, like I'm not just talking about the two outcomes of going to prison or ending up in a grave. I'm not talking about the cliche side of it. I'm talking about the psychological. Why are we saying this word? What made us say this word? So in the pain that turned into power, I've made this the first chapter to just get it out of the way. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Like, the first chapter is trapping or trapped. And I'm not going to give you too much context in this so you can get the book and check it for yourself. But I'm going to give you the basics of what I'm trying to say. Like, I start by asking, where do we even get these words from? Why do we even say trap? These slang words that we use in the UK, where do they come from? Why are we using them? I'll give you the dictionary definition of trap. I'll give you 3 dictionaries definition of trap. This is from UK to America. So the Oxford and Cambridge dictionary definition of trap is something that prevents escape, a device or hole for catching animals or people and preventing their escape. Example, the fox got his foot caught in a trap. Cambridge, a situation in which people lie in wait to make a surprise attack. Example, we were fed false information by the double agent and walked straight into a trap. Cool. The American Merriam-Webster Dictionary. I always get tongue twisted over that one. The American Merriam-Webster Dictionary definition of trap is a device for taking game or other animals. What is game as well? What is that humans taking game or other animals, especially one that holds by springing shut suddenly. Class. Every single trap has got a law. Something has to seem enticing about this for us to get into it, to get caught. Like a mouse trap has got a piece of cheese on it because the mouse likes cheese. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I go on to talk about basically where it came from obviously I'm at an age where I witnessed the birth of the word trap in rap music. And people my age can agree it was artists like Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy. So I'll go on to talk about that and how it's gone from America and ended up as one of our words, like most of our words. Yeah, but most of our words are obviously traps as well. But like I said, there's always a law to get you into the trap, and what I've done here is break down the pros and the cons of the trap life. Obviously, the pros being the piece of cheese that makes us wander onto that trap and start glorifying the trap that they put us in. It's mad, but listen, the pros are, perceived freedom. No boss, no fixed hours, no immediate authority figure. Fast income. Money can come in quickly, often without delay. Tax-free earnings, no deductions, and no formal oversight. Logistics and distribution skills. Understanding supply chains, demand, and risk management. Street awareness and risk assessment. The ability to read people, situations, and threats. Like, them last two, they're like superpowers that people have to go to uni to learn this stuff, or go college or business management at school or whatever that class was called. These are like superpowers. But the perceived freedom, what I do, like obviously I've listed the pros and cons here, yeah? And The cons stretch onto that page as well. Way more cons than pros, I'll tell you that. But what I'll go on to do after that is break down each pro. Yeah, so we're breaking down each pro and we're going to break down each con. But I'm not giving you all the context. That's what the book's for. So the cons are no days off mindset. Yeah, the constant hustle, no real rest, burnout. By the time you reach a certain age, and this is me ad-libbing now, by the time you reach an age like my age, burnout. You can't stay on this thing for life. Do you know how much that takes? And then you gotta get workers and whatnot, and then you're now conspiring on a higher level that's just gonna get you collapsed even worse. So yeah, no days off is a trap. Yeah. Police and competition targeting you. Risk of arrest, robbery, or worse. Dirty money. No legal protection, no financial security. Losses and liabilities. No refunds. High risks. Potential violence. You gotta charge all of it to the game, and when you're charging it all to the game, a lot of the time you gotta go get your get back. That risks the whole freedom side of it as well. Trap, the cons. Crab in a bucket syndrome, yeah? Or crab in a barrel syndrome, my bad. Those around you pulling you down instead of helping you rise. Family disruption. Strained relationships, absent parenting, and broken homes, yeah? I've been guilty of these things, me feeling like I gotta get rich first, and then it turns into a whole condition thing where now you just gotta get rich now. You've been saying it for so many years. This is what the trap has done to me, and I'm just brave enough to say these things. You get me? All my kids can call my phone and get through to me anytime they want. They need something, we're gonna make that happen when we can make it happen. But I'm telling you from now, this ain't good. I'm not happy that that's the way my parenting has gone all this time. I would love to be the man of the house and whatnot, but we're outside on a trap, like just thinking about getting this bread first before we even be a family man. Well, a lot of us, yeah, I'll be real. Kudos to the people that have found a balance in that. I will put that down to as well, the lack of stability that I've had. I have to get it. My kids can't go through that same struggle that I've been through. They'll never be homeless. Certain times I never even had a home. If they lost their home or whatever happened, I ain't even got a home to bring them to. I've got to pattern up certain shit. I remember, man's been in a trap for so long that man's trapped into not even, yeah? Cool, that's a rant for another time as well, because we're going to get fully into the parenting side of things in a later video. Heartbreak, regret, and PTSD. Mental toll from loss, betrayals, and constant pressure, and loss of individuality. You become a product of the streets, not yourself. So how many is that? That's 5 pros. And if you could think of any more pros or any more cons that I haven't mentioned now, mention them in the comments as well. Yeah, so that's 5 pros and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cons that I've thought up for this book. So you see where I'm going with this, and obviously I go to break it down in way more context than this. But that's what the book's for, as I say. And some really insightful stuff in there when it comes to all that. But you know what I will do? I'm gonna read what I've done at the end of every chapter as well. You can see that in bold, yeah. I've done a closing statement for each chapter. So when I'm doing these videos, I'll give you at least these. So that's the trap in full. It's exactly why it's called a trap, because it's like a device meant to catch and hold his prey and prevent his escape. It isn't just a place, it's a mindset, a system, and a cycle. At first it looks like a shortcut to money and respect, but before you know it, you're caught in something much bigger. Every move comes with consequences. Like dominoes falling in a pattern is hard to escape. In the next chapter, We break down the cause and the effect of trap life and gang culture, how one decision leads to the next, how the game pulls you in deeper, and how the same trap that promises freedom ends up locking you in. Stay locked, man. The pain that turned into power. B.I. wrote it. Whoosh.